That's the problem. So what we have to do, we have to separate these two things. And when we can understand that, how can we separate? Because we have to understand these are two different things, first of all. Secondly, just like a munjo grass, it will come up. Munjat ishikamivo. If we separate the coverings of the munjo grass, then from the inside it will come. So just like drishya vargat, all these drishya, pratyanjam asangam akriyam atmanam. So from there, all these, so how it is connected, munjo grass is connected with these things? Exactly in the same way. If with all this prapancha means this universe, this world, just like that, if from this prapancha, if we can take out the inner essence of it, just like the munjo grass, then we can find that whole universe is going aside as a coverings, and the second thing, this real thing is that is the point. So in this way we have to separate. Not only in the outside, the inside, the main thing in inside, because we are seeing everything. Vedanta, one fundamental principles of Vedanta is this. Vedanta never says give importance in the outside. Vedanta says give importance inside. Who is feeling that? Who is watching this? You. Give importance within. Swami Vivekananda in one place, he said that whenever you are depressed, whenever you are frustrated, or you are angry, or you are dejected, don't blame to the world, don't argue with world. Go to a closed room, sit there and meditate isolated. So what does it mean? It means whatever in the external world, try to change yourself. The thumb rule, what is the thumb rule? Thumb rule is that we cannot change the world. Please remember this. We think we can change the world, we can do so many things. We cannot change the world, we cannot change our environment, we cannot change anything outside. What we can do? We can change ourselves and we can overcome the situation. We cannot change the situation. Believe me, you can test it. We cannot change the situation. We cannot solve any problem in our life. We think we solved our problem. No. We cannot solve our problem. What we can do, we can change ourselves. And we think outside problem is solved. When we think our outside problem is solved, it means we actually changed ourselves. We changed our outlook, we changed our attitude, and then automatically the outside problem is be changed. And we can overcome the situation. That is the thumb rule. So, here also, the word prapancha means, the outside means we can take out the sap from the outside, means we are taking outside sap from ourselves. So just like that, because we are actually this, the consciousness is inside that, just like a sword or just like a munja grass. And if we can take out the consciousness, separate the consciousness from the inside, and then it will be separated. And we know, because we have studied, Guru explained it very clearly, that what are the consciousness and what are the non-consciousness. We know it extremely clearly. That what are the consciousness, what are the non-consciousness. So if we can separate it, the conscious and non-conscious, that is the done. So that is why it is said. Now, what is the mechanism? How can we do it? It is the principle. What I explained, that is the principle. And it is connected with ourselves inside and outside. This particular aspect in technical term is called Viveka. Viveka means discrimination. How can we discriminate? This book is discrimination. So how can we discriminate? This particular aspect is called Viveka. Viveka means discrimination. Drik, Drishya, Viveka. So Drik, Drishya, Viveka means, Drik means the seer. We are seeing, no? We are seeing the external world. And seen, the outside is the seen. So seer and seen. What is the relation between the seer and seen? This is the main thing. So who is real? Seer or seen? Seer. Seer is the real. So that identify that thing, this by discrimination. By discrimination, identify that thing. The seen is not seen, but what we think, what the general, most of the people think, external thing is real. How many times in a day we concentrate on ourselves, our inner consciousness? Throughout 24/7, we are concentrating the outside. We are taking impulses, stimulation from outside. And that is our problem. Throughout the day, we are like a puppet dancing and reacting to the outside impulses, towards outside vibrations. And that is our problem. Try to see practice. Practice and practice. Swami Vivekananda said, what is meditation? Meditation is practice, practice and practice. In San Francisco. He said in San Francisco. So, just try to practice from within to outside. First thing inside. Whatever is happening outside, first try to concentrate inside. What my perspective, how I am perceiving this, what kind of my mental state. So few things are there. First, what we are seeing. Second, what we are thinking, psychological aspect. And then the deeper, step by step go down deeper and deeper. In the next verse actually we shall come to that. How step by step we can go down. So this is called Drivishya Viveka. Externally, I shall, afterwards, Shankaracharya explained it in detail. We shall go to the detail after few verses. What is Drivishya Viveka? For time being, I can tell this example I can give. You are sitting inside a car. Okay? Now, when you are sitting inside a car and you are sitting through the glasses, window glass is up and you are seeing window glasses. What you see, what is actually happening there? The people are going from outside, so their reflection is falling on the glass and you are watching the glass. So you are not watching the person directly. You are watching the reflection of the person on the glass. Okay? Exactly this is happening in our perception. How it is happening? Through our eyesight, through our eyes, the external world, this external world concept, just understand, this external world is the people going outside the car. So reflection is coming. It is falling on our mind. The mind is the glass, and our consciousness is behind. We are the passenger in the car is the consciousness. He is watching. So where he is watching? Actually, he is not watching the real thing. He is watching his mind. He is watching the screen glass where the reflection is falling. This is the principle involved in Drigdrishya. So we are actually watching the inside, not the direct these things. Then how can we separate that? How can we understand that? So we are seeing actually according to the color of the glass, according to the convex or concave of the glass. So all these we are seeing according to the glass. So if we can shut down the glass colored, it is, but it is actually not colored, it is white. The cinema screen, consider another example, the cinema screen. Lot of coloring is going on there, but when projection is not there, white screen. Lot of things are on the car's glass is colored, lighting outside, everything is going on. But the color of the glass, white, no color. Exactly in the same way, according to the color of our mind, we are seeing everything. If you shut the color, you block everything, you are fine. You are separating the drishya, seer and seeing. So you are separating these things. So this is the mechanism. So the practice, what is the practice then? The practice is this. I am not going to the practice right now because it is described afterwards. But this is the actually, yes, this is the actually thing. So he said here, he is liberated who separates the Atman, which is unattached and inactive from every object of sense perception. So every object of sense perception. So all the objects, these are the objects we are perceiving through our senses. Eyes are the senses. So we are perceiving the external things through these senses. So here it is said that inactive, which is unattached and inactive from every object of the sense perception. So how can we inactive that? How can we inactive that? So inactive means what we are seeing actually the glass, car glass. If we can manage the car glass, if we can dim the car glass, then we cannot see the external things. Then we can understand that this is the reflection of the external thing, not the external thing real. So that we have to understand, and in this way, and who is seeing? He is completely separate from the glass. He is completely separate from the external object. When we can understand that, then only, when we watch these things, how many times we can realize that actually we are watching our mind glass, not the external things, and we are reacting from there. We are limited to our within. We are not reaching out outside. We are limited to our within, and everything is going on there. Our thought we are observing. We are fighting with our thought. We think we are fighting with the outside, but not. When we think we are fighting with somebody else, actually we are fighting with our thought. Try to understand. Try to think over it. Actually we are fighting with our thoughts. most of the time we fight with ourselves. That is what it is said. He is liberated who separates the Atman, which is unattached and inactive from every object of sense perception, as the tender core of the Ishika is carefully separated from its coverings in the munja grass, and who remains forever firmly established in the Atman. Munja is a kind of grass. Ishika, it is said, no? Munjadi Ishika. Ishikam eva. Munjo grass, Ishika means the coverings. Munjo grass coverings. Eva means like. It is like Munjo grass covering. Drishya Vargat. Drishya Vargat means all these drishya, all these scenes. Drishya Vargat. So it is said that the delicate thread inside this grass, one must exercise the utmost care to take it out whole and entire from the surrounding grasses. Wide, the Shruti says in Katha Upanishad, actually the same thing is said. Angushta matra purusha antaratma sada jananam hridaya sannivishta twang swasaridat pravihat munjat evo ishikan tarijena. So exactly same language. So this book is actually Prakarana Grantha. All the Upanishad teachings, the important Upanishadic teachings, Shankaracharya compiled and incorporated here as a reference. So this is also the exact same language, same thing we find in Katha Upanishad. Because why Shankaracharya cited this Katha Upanishad? Shankaracharya cited this Katha Upanishad, it is because Katha Upanishad is the authority. Upanishads is the authority. So we say that, take the example, if the cricket player is practicing, so somebody played the ball, so immediately say, yes, this is the correct place, because Sachin Tendulkar played it. So Sachin Tendulkar is the authority. So he played in this way, so this is the correct place. Exactly in the same way. Katha Upanishad is saying this. That means this is the correct saying. So Shankaracharya justified that what I am saying, what I am arguing, it is justified because Katha Upanishad cited that. That's why they cited this thing. So same thing is also in the Katha Upanishads. The Atman concealed in all creatures does not shine out. See, he is explaining the personality. It is the personality. So what happens? Atman's concealed, it is inside, in all creatures, animal, everybody, not only human being, everybody. All creatures does not shine out. It is not coming out. It does not shine. It is, however, seen by the sharp intellect of those who can see what is subtle. We cannot see it. We all are here. We cannot realize, we cannot understand that there is Atman inside. Because it is difficult. It is concealed inside. But few people, those whose intellect is very sharp, those who have purified their mind, those whose mind by all yama, niyama, or the Shama, Dama, all these practices referred here earlier. Through all those practices, their minds become subtler and subtler. They can go deeper inside. See, the shadow, the huge iron, heavy iron things, the shovel kind of things. It is heavy, but it is not subtle. So you have to pull it, you have to do it, yes. But subtle is a needle. Very subtle but sharp. And this is powerful. With a needle, 1 second you can kill a person or whatever you can do. It is subtle. Your shovel is very gross, The more subtle, more powerful. More sharp. So those whose minds are very subtle, they can penetrate deeper and deeper. They can percolate from all abstractions. And they can find what is the subtlest, at the bottom of our consciousness, what is there. So they can understand that. So exactly in the same way, it is said that only, however, seen by the sharp intellect of those who can see what is subtle, by the mind purified by observance of the prescribed karmas and by meditation, upasana, the Atman must be separated from the totality of seen object, which are the Anatman. So what we are seeing in our mind. So the glass is not Atman, only the passenger is Atman. How to discriminate? The picture on the glass is not Atman, the glass is not Atman, only who is sitting inside the car, he is there. So our mind, if you can compare it with our mind is not Atman. The reflection is falling on our mind is not Atman. Only the inner, who is the observer, who is the seer, he is only the Atman. So in this way we have to separate. So all these are not Atman. We are separating this. Then it is called the Drishya Jagat, from the assemblage of whatever is Anatman, which belongs to the category of the seen. Then Pratyayanchakam, it is said, the Anchita, it is said, is Prati Ancham Anatman Asangam Akriyam. So all these are in the negative sense has been used. So it is said that in the seeing, the reverse way, not in the usual outgoing way of the senses, seeing that which shines as pure existence, intelligence, and bliss, and distinct from what is unreal and material. See, reverse, it is said. Generally, what is the process of our seeing, of our understanding? We see the external world and we understand it. What I referred in the beginning, try to understand whatever is there in the outside world, try to start from inside. So it is a reversal process. Try to see first inside what you are perceiving. You are perceiving in your mind. That is the glass. Start from there. What is going on is reflecting there. You are seeing inside and you are seeing the glass, the mind. Now you are reacting on that. Nothing is there. You are reacting yourself. Our anger, remember, our anger, our joy, our happiness, our suffering, everything is not the actual action. These are our reaction. Nothing is action. These are our reaction. Something's happened, we are reacting with it. And where we are reacting? We are reacting on the glass. No event in front of us. Nothing is there. But we are reacting. Without any happenings, we are reacting. So these are actually the problem. If we think in this way, then discrimination, and we are slowly separating the Atman and Anatman. It will be described afterwards again, the Dridrisha in detail actually. But this verse I shall finish. So then here it is said that asangam, akriyam, etc., etc. So the asangam means being free from every attachment to anything else as it is without a second. Akriyam means inactive, as it is undivided and not delimited, it is without any action. So all these are, they are explaining that is why it is, as it is being free from all attachment and anything else at the without a second. So akriyam is also, as it is undivided and not delimited, it is without any action. So it has no action. And then it is said that Atmanam Vivichya. It is said Atmanam Vivichya, separating the Atman completely, eliminating everything from it to the extent of not even thinking of any perceivable object, with the firm conviction that there is nothing that is real apart from the Atman. So everything, who is seeing, what is seeing, is all separated, has no existence. Only the Atman, it has existence. Who is established forever in the contemplative realization of this inner Atman is said to be liberated from every kind of bondage. The state of remaining forever as Brahman is to be attained by discriminating between Atman and Anatman. Thus, the man of discrimination should expunge from the mind every trace of contamination by the material world and be firmly established in Brahman. So what is coming from the material world? We have to discriminate. The Shruti says, Asam lokat pritya etam, etc. Going away from this body, so what is happening? See, it is said the Munjogash. So we have to separate it Munjogash, like Munjogash. And in the Munjogash, how we are interconnected, just like a car, we are sitting passenger and it is reflecting on the things. How can we separate? The first thing is first. Coverings. We have one after another coverings. You know, Munjogash is taking out from the coverings. So first we have to eliminate the coverings. Isn't it? If we separate the Atman from the coverings, if we take out the sword, we have to break the coverings. Otherwise, how can we separate the sword? And we have number of coverings. How many coverings we have? 5. We have 5 coverings. What is the first covering? Annamaya kosha. So break one after another, and then you can find. So that is what Shruti is saying. Going away from the body, he first transcend the material body. So material gross, from gross to subtle. So we have to break the material body. That is the depth. So, and the Atman is behind all the koshas, of which beginning with Annamaya kosha. The Anandamaya kosha is the last one. Being the gross seat, it is the first to be eliminated. The Guru now proceeds in these 10 slokas. Next 10 slokas, Guru will analyze the nature of Annamaya kosha. So what is the Annamaya kosha? How can we separate this Annamaya kosha? And Swami Vivekananda said, all the problems are coming from body consciousness. If you can forget the body consciousness, you can disconnect the body consciousness, you are done. You will be free. Swami Vivekananda said this much word. If you can disconnect the body consciousness, you will be free, you will be liberated. Swami Vivekananda said. So this Annamaya kosha is the first kosha. We can get rid of the body consciousness. It is very. So see, today, this morning, actually, one of the devotees was asking me why we have the fear of death. Why we have the fear of death? Actually, we don't have the fear of death. If we think very carefully, we don't. The mother, when they give birth, this is a kind of pain, terrible pain. But inside it, there is unspeakable joy. So pain with joy, it has a different dimension. So this is the same kind. There is a pain, huge pain in this world, but kind of unspeakable joy with that. So it is a kind of, different. Take the Annamaya kosha and etc. The second, next point. The Drisha Viveka will come again actually in detail after 2-3 verses. So here it is said, Dehoam Annamaya. Anna Bhavana. So Deho means body. Body is coming, developing from the Anna. Food. Ayam Dehotu, this body, Annamaya kosha. So this body is Annamaya kosha because it is developing from Annamaya. Annecha Jivita. This is actually from Brigubulli. You can find all these things actually in Taittiriya Upanishad. What? Taittiriya Upanishad. Yeah. So from Taittiriya Upanishad you can find from Brigubulli also these things. So Annecha Jivita means we, through Anna we live, through food we live. Tad Bihina, except that Vinashati. If we don't have Anna, if we don't have food, we Vinashati. So we will die. Tak, Charma, Mangsha, Rudira, Osti, Purisha. Purisha means the stool. Tak, Charma, Mangsha, Rudira, Osti, Purisha, Rashi. All these things. Ayam, Annamaya koshaha. But the Atman, which is Nitya Shuddha Swayam Bhavatum Narhati, these things are not Shuddha, pure Atman. So this Annamaya kosha is completely different. The external outside kosha. That is called Annamaya kosha. The seed of the gross body is Anna, matter, born out of Anna, matter, sustained. It lives by Anna, matter, and dies without it. It is composed of the skin, flesh, blood, and excreta. It does not deserve to be the ever pure Atman. Anna bhavaha, it is said, that which is originated from Anna. That is what it is said. And here it is said that why this Deho is not Atman. This Deho is not an Atman, it is because why the body is not Atman. One special, actually it is the next verse. I have not gone to the next verse, but this particular, it is reference context, so I am referring this. It is said that how can itself be the knower of the own changes? So it is said why Atman is not the body? Why Atman is not the body?
Body is just pile of food.
Yes, Atman is not pile of food. Okay, but I can argue that. That's a very interesting argument. Today time over. But so what happens is, so I shall conclude with this because it's a very interesting thing is coming up actually. How can it itself be the knower of its own change? One extremely important characteristic is this. It is also connected with this a little bit. Atman only can see itself and its change. Nobody else. Body can see body? Body can see body? Can a pot can see pot? So only, this is very critical and subtle, only Atman can see itself, the changes of itself. It's a peculiar thing. Nothing in this universe can see the change of itself.
But
Only
Atman should
Atman
not
can see
change. Atman should not change, right?
Changeless.
That's why I can see the change. It's something.
Atman is
Atman
changes,
is-
definitely, no doubt about that. Who is seeing the changes of the body? I shall argue that, don't worry, I shall give you the justification, how it is. So-
how come Atman is changing?
Huh?
How come Atman is changing?
That is what I am saying, Atman is not changing,
That's why you
but
observe the change.
Atman
because
is
itself is
seeing
not
this
changing.
change.
It's a witness consciousness.
Witnessing
Yes.
this.
So the point is here is that how, that is the question they raised, how can it itself be the knower of its own changes, and now it is lean and now it is stout? How it will be? No object in the world can know its own change. Take the example, our eyes. Through eyes you are seeing everything. Can you see the eyes? Through ears you can hear everything. Can you hear the ear? No. But Atman can. Atman can observe, I am seeing, I am thinking. Only Atman can do that. For a thing cannot be known its own qualities. A thing cannot know its own quality. That is the important thing. Except Atman. No one, nothing can know its own quality. Do you think hand knows the hand? No. So nothing can be known by itself. Only Atman can know. Everything. Everything's changed, everything, only Atman can know.
When the person is dead,
I'm coming to that point. I shall come to that point. Don't worry. I shall come to that point. In detail, actually. That is, I don't think today I can discuss that, but I shall come because this particular issue I shall come. Because Charvaka is saying that no, Atman cannot do that. How Advaita is arguing, very interesting. I shall come to that. But I don't think today I have time. I am coming. All questions I shall take. Don't worry. The pot does not see itself. Therefore, it is said, the body is not the pot. Pot cannot see also. Body cannot see also. But Atman can see. That is why it is. Body is not Atman. Why body is not Atman? It is because body cannot see itself. But Atman can see itself. So that is why it is not. Pot also cannot see itself. So pot is pot. Pot is non-self. Body also cannot see. The body is also non-self. Only Atman can see itself. For it is visible like the pot. The Atman is eternal, qualityless, of the same nature always, no subject to change. And it is also the seer. So Atman is also the seer, and there is no change in Atman. Everything is changing, but Atman is changeless. So that is why Atman is not body. So what we have to separate? Why this question came? We have to separate Annamaya Kosha. And Annamaya Kosha is the body. It is coming from Anna, going Anna, without Anna it will die. So it is changing. Body is changing. Atman is not changeable. Body cannot see body. Atman can see Atman. It is self-seer. It is the only seer. Now I shall take the question. Yes.
So why is the necessary of the sheets
Few things we have to accept. What are the things we have to accept? See, when you are seeing something, okay, you are not becoming that. That is the first important point. You are not becoming that. That is the first important point. So you are separate from the Drishya. That is the first important point. Second important point is that when you are seeing that, you are aware of that you are separate from that. You are different. Subject object is completely different.
Yeah.
So you are aware of that. First, you are not becoming that. Second, you are aware of that. You are separate from it. Okay? And the changes is going on. That changes is not going on the screen, not in yourself. So
mind
these are
itself.
the pre-assumption.
So who is giving the reaction?
Reaction giving the mind.
Mind, so it is being projected on the mind itself, and mind itself is
Yes.
looking at those things and it
Right.
So okay. So it acts as Both ways,
Alright.
okay, perception. Okay.
Because
Mhm.
if we consider that the ego is also in the mind,
Mhm.
ego is also in the mind. So mind is reacting.
So it's just taking a different
Right.
form and then reacting to its own reflections.
Right. The Atman, the Pratyagatman is only the power.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do any other things.
So that is powering the mind to do
That
this.
is the powering the mind, and mind is doing all these things.
All of them.
All
The
of
reflection and reaction is
Yes.
given both by mind.
Yes.
Okay, got
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes. And yes, definitely you can connect this mind with the intellect also.
Mhm.
So intellect function is also there
Okay.
because it is discriminating.
Mhm.
You can say intellect and mind both. Any
So
yes.
Swamiji, you said the eyes cannot see the eyes, but the Atman can see the eyes, right? That's what you meant.
Atman cannot see the eyes actually. Atman is powering the eyes. So instrument cannot see the instrument.
So the eyes cannot see the
Mind, yes, mind cannot see the mind. Mind can see the external picture, but mind cannot see the mind.
But you can
Only Atman can think
Oh.
about Atman. You can think that I am listening to this. That means you are thinking of yourself. You are